everybody. On our way to the gym right now. Feeling really good this morning, ready to hit a chest day. Got some really good sleep. The cut's been feeling really good. I can feel definitely losing a lot of fat off the body, feeling in a good spot right now. So really excited to see how this pump looks. On the way this morning, I wanted to have a little bit of a talk about a subject I've been thinking about. Just wanted to get on to the topic of, why it's good to be alone sometimes. Why it's good to value your alone time and be strong and confident in your own self outside of everybody else's opinions. So to start off, we all need to spend a little bit of time alone. People can get really caught up in spending too much time with people around them, and you kind of forget who you are, and you forget to take care of yourself in the way that you see best. And it's kind of hard. You don't want to be alone most of the time. You don't want to feel lonely, right? I feel like the universe will kind of make you alone once in a while if you don't do it enough yourself. You've got to put effort into really finding time to just spend with yourself alone, doing stuff that's just for you, You got to spend some time alone, and when you're doing that, what can we do to make it not so lonely, so boring, whatever? First off, you got to do cool shit. You got to find some cool shit to go do that's just your own, and I talked about this before about having, things that you yourself like, being chalant with your interests, and be okay doing them by yourself away from everybody else. It's not like you're hiding it, but it's you're holding your power of being able to do things by yourself without the validation of other people, without the pressure of other people. You can do cool shit by yourself. You can do cool shit on your own without anybody involved, And we forget that. We tend to forget that, we're our own biggest homie. And some people aren't. Some people maybe need to work on this a lot. But in my mind, you're the biggest homie to yourself. You're the biggest person in your own life that will be able to hype yourself up, keep yourself motivated, keep your confidence up. Other people can do that for you, but only in short bursts. Other people's validation isn't permanent. Other people's validation doesn't stick with you as long as your own validation does. You almost have to spend enough time with yourself stacking up evidence that you are who you think you are. And that can come from going to the gym, playing the sport that you play, doing art that you do, it just comes from a repeated action of building evidence for yourself that you are as good as you think you are. And if you don't think you're good, building evidence that you are, right? Building it up in yourself and teaching yourself that I am capable, I am strong, I am able to do the things that I want to do, without waiting for somebody else to validate that for you. Like I said, other people's validation is not permanent. It doesn't stick around forever. And you can believe that someone else believes in you more than you do, and it's very often that happens. Your mom, your girlfriend, your family member, somebody you think around you really believes in you more than you believe in yourself. And I don't think it should be that way, and it's not that they shouldn't, but it's that you should believe in yourself more. You should be more comfortable in your own skin and being able to tell yourself that I can do the things I want to do, and dap yourself up once in a while. Give yourself that pat on the back once in a while, and don't feel wrong for doing it. People can tend to feel wrong for patting themselves on the back and giving themselves a confidence boost because it's not from an outer source. Everybody decides that an outer source is the most valuable source of information for how good or bad we are. And it's just not true. You gotta remember, you're the only one that can decide how cool you want to be. You're the only one that can decide how smart you are. If you really want to simply understand it, think about the fact of how some people think you're an idiot and some people think you're smart. Some people think you're strong in the gym. Some people think you're weak. Some people think you're creative with your art. Other people think you're just a copycat and you're nothing. The only opinion that will stay constant is yours. You have to develop your own opinion that's going to stay constant and continually show yourself that you are all these things. Other people's opinions will fade and they will change because they themselves are changing in their own lives, and what they decide is good or bad changes along with it. As you grow and as you become a different person and you grow into the person you want to be, your validation for yourself is the only thing that's going to stay constant. If you work on it, you will consistently have a source of validation for yourself that can't be fucked with. It can't be tainted. It can't be lost because you got in an argument with somebody and now they're going to turn and insult you for the things that you thought they were proud of you for. Other people are willing to change their opinion of you very quickly and very easily based on a lot of factors. You got to make sure you're not like that to yourself. You've got to get to a point where you're holding a constant in your own self where it doesn't waver, it doesn't change. You can change and grow, but you don't want your confidence in yourself to waver to that extent of how another person would. It's not healthy for you, and that's where you're going to feel miserable. People will say they're depressed and they just can't feel joy in their life, and they can't feel confident, and they can't enjoy what's around them. Is it because your own self is talking all this negativity to you all the time? Your own self is telling you that because your crush or that person that you want to talk to didn't think you were as attractive? You can't rest the weight of your feelings on that stuff. You're your own homie. You're the one that can always be there no matter what. You're not going to fade. You're not going to go away from yourself if you consciously decide that. The faith that you will have in yourself will always be bigger than other people's can be. Right? I kind of got off track, but that's what I was saying with your family member, your mom, your girlfriend, your friend, whoever's got this big faith in you that you can do the things you want to do. It's not going to be bigger than yours. It can feel stronger, and yours can be smaller than it at this time. But that feeling in yourself can grow to be twice as big as anybody else's validation or feelings towards you. It just simply, it will get bigger. It's like your own validation is somebody on steroids, and their validation is a normal, natural athlete. No matter what, by the end, yours is going to be bigger. Your faith in yourself is going to be bigger than anybody else's if you work at it. It will reach heights that other people's faith can't for you. And you got to remember that. You got to keep that in your mind and focus on building that faith for yourself. And once you get to that point, you'll kind of look back and feel that feeling of, wow, I do really feel good. I do really feel confident, and I'm not scared of what everyone else says about me, and I'm not worried about it. And that'll come from a lot of time spent alone. That comes from time spent by yourself, continually working at things, and not even just in a working mindset, but in a passive, relaxing, enjoying watching TV, playing games, doing what's leisure for you. Doing all of those things by yourself a little more often than you do it'll change it for you. And this is for the person who feels like they might take too much validation from everybody else. This isn't for the person who is already alone all the time, but it kind of is. You can take some stuff from this. So, you know, in those times where you're by yourself, that's when you can start to develop this idea of yourself. When you laugh at something because you think it's funny. You know, when you smile at, you know, a scene in a movie or something you did in a video game, it's because you like it. You're not building your own beliefs off of what everyone else believes. And that's how you can be the most in your own power in this life, and you know, really feel comfortable in your own skin, is repeating that and feeling that feeling of, you know, I think this is funny because I think it's funny. I think this is awesome because I think it's awesome. You know, I cried at this movie scene because I believe that that's something sad, when if you were sitting next to somebody else, they might make you feel weird about it. They might make you feel like, oh, well, it didn't make me cry. You know, these are a lot of examples, and you just gotta kind of take a step back when you're spending a lot of time with somebody and realize how much of your opinions and all that is built up from them too. Try to remember to manage your own thoughts, and you know, not purposely just try to be different, because we do have a lot of things in common with people, but purposely try to take account of what is your opinion and what opinion are you holding because somebody else did. Kind of been all over the place, but I think a lot of these topics kind of wrap back up into each other. Do cool shit. Do things that you think are cool, that you think are fun. Be as odd as you want to be. Be chalant, right? We'll go over that again. But, you know, more and more time you spend doing cool shit for yourself, you can develop that feeling in yourself of not waiting for someone else to decide for you. Take control of your life and your feelings, and don't wait for somebody to decide for you that you're doing good, or that you're cool, or that you're smart, you're strong, whatever. You decide that shit. That's your mind that makes this up for yourself. This is your reality that your mind is projecting out in front of yourself. Make it what you want it to be. Make what you see in front of you, the lens you look through, make it yours. Your lens. You look at things the way that you want to. Spending more than a little bit of time looking through someone else's lens will tear you the fuck up. It'll change you. It won't make you into who you want to be. You'll look back at some point and honestly probably feel a little bit like you kind of hate yourself, and like you're not proud of who you are, and you're not proud of your abilities. How much of that comes from listening to somebody else? You know, years of spending time around people that don't feel like you do deep down. It can change you. It can turn you into something that you're not. And then when you look in the mirror, you're not going to be happy with what you're looking at. Everyone else will. All those people that have imposed all these beliefs and ideas on you will be very happy with who you've become because you fit their mold. But are you happy with who you've become? And that's the only thing that matters at the end of the day. That's the only important thing to feel, is proud of yourself and comfortable with yourself. In doing that, that was a possum. I've just committed murder. That was a possum. Holy shit! Wow. Okay. I don't know what to do. Wow. All right. Rewind that a little bit. Do cool shit for you. Do things that you are proud of, that you're happy about. And remember, in the times that you spend alone doing that stuff, to think about really consciously what you are enjoying about it and what makes you happy about it. And keep building that evidence in yourself over and over, and showing yourself that the person you are deep down is pretty fucking cool. The person that you are behind the sheets, behind the mask of everybody else, you are pretty fucking cool, and you should think so. You know, the things we enjoy and we're happy about should never be wavered by other people. So, you know, don't rely on external validation, because it's not consistent and it won't stay here. Don't think that somebody else's validation and faith in you is bigger than your own, because yours will always supersede it if you work at it. So work at it. Work that muscle. Make that validation of your own self way bigger than anybody else's could be, and hold on to that feeling. Keep working at it and keep developing it. And I promise you'll look back at your old self and, you know, you'll be amazed by the change. It's like taking progress photos in a gym where you look back from a year ago and look how small you were or how fat you were and realize how much you changed your body. You'll realize in your mind how much you changed yourself, especially if you journal or make videos or do anything that's kind of keeping a record of how you think and what is valuable to you. You will be able to look back and see a very clear difference. I look back even in memories on, your Snapchat, or when your phone gives you pictures from a year ago, 2 years ago to this day. You get a little glimpse into who you used to be, and you get a little glimpse into remembering, oh yeah, that was the time I was doing that, and that's what my biggest, fear was. That's what my biggest, what my biggest goal was. That's the biggest thing for me at that time. And you'll look at yourself now and you go, wow, how much I've changed. And if that's not the case for you, I don't think it's just because you're so perfect that's not supposed to change. I don't think that if you look back at that and you feel exactly like you did back then, now, I don't think that's how it should be. Maybe for some people, you know what I mean? I'm not the end-all be-all. I don't get to say what you feel in your life, but just personally, I come to the idea that if you feel exactly the same as you did back then, nothing's changed and nothing's grown, and you're just kind of just surviving. You're not being creative, you're not enjoying your life, you're not pushing yourself, you're just surviving. And how many years can you do that before you're on your deathbed and you regret it? How many years can you get caught up in the same cyclical feeling every year, the same values, the same goals? Most of the time, probably some half-ass goals and some pretty mid-ass values. By the time you're on your deathbed, you're going to be fucking disgusted with yourself, and you're going to wish you had it back, and you're going to tell your kids and the people around you, don't waste it, and they're not going to listen because they've been doing it for half as long as you have. So, yeah, keep it simple, be true to yourself, be able to be proud of your own self and your own goals and your own values and things like that. Don't get too caught up in everybody else's shit. So, now we're going to switch over. We're going to talk a little bit about the gym, what we're doing today. So, doing chest day. I already said that at the beginning. We are going to go in and I'm going to try to kind of replicate last time's chest day. Just start off with some dumbbell press just to warm everything up. We're going to go hit that pec deck, and I want 4 strong, consistent sets on the pec deck. One after another, full sets, working sets. Try not to jump around too much. Then we're going to go over to the cables, the dual cables, and we're going to hit that. The flies / press, and I want a good few solid sets of that too. Just like that. I mean, if you try to overcomplicate it, it's overcomplicated. It's too much, too complicated. Keep it simple. So, those few movements I noticed really give me a good strong activation. I can really feel the mind-muscle connection of activating that pec, and when I'm done, I feel more pumped than any other exercises. So we're gonna stick with that. And, that kind of ties into how you've got to be as a person. Do it in the gym too. Don't just follow what this person's, this fitness influencer says is the best workout. There's no rating tier list for workouts. It's hullabaloo. These guys sitting here saying that, oh, this workout is S tier and this workout is only B tier. It doesn't make sense. It's not consistent from person to person. People have different muscle insertions. People have different bone lengths, different shapes and sizes of their body. What one guy does is not going to be perfect for you. The only way you're going to get the best physique you can get is by spending a little time in the gym, and you yourself figuring out what works best for you. You can follow a little workout plan just to get started, but don't get too lost in doing workouts that don't feel right for you because Alex Eubanks said it was perfect, or Jeff Nippard put it in his S tier, but I don't feel the activation. Then don't do it. Try other stuff and do things that will get you that activation. So simple. I'm going to do the chest day like that, do what activates me and what I felt gives me the best pump. Then on to shoulders. I'm going to hit that hammer strength shoulder press, lateral raises, and then rear delt flies. Simple. That's kind of how all my shoulder days have been going, and I've been seeing consistent growth, feeling a lot bigger in the shoulders, so we're going to keep doing that. And it kind of feels pretty magical how that all just tied in. I didn't mean to make that one into the other thing, but really that's how it goes with your workouts too. You got to figure out what's best for you and what you enjoy, workouts that you feel strong doing, and that you can build confidence and evidence in yourself that I am strong, and I am proud of how I can get a workout done. You can leave there feeling really pumped, feeling really good, because you made your workout for you. You have to make your life for you. You can't let somebody else change it for you. And remember to stay away from people, not exactly, but be conscious. All right. Remember to be conscious of people around you that are very imposing with their beliefs and their values. Take time to remind yourself of what your values are and connect them. Spend time with people, but remember to keep a separation. You don't want to fully meld into each other because that's not how life works. Even with a spouse, with anybody, the goal isn't to fully meld together with somebody and be exactly the same. The goal is to hit the yin and yang. You're supposed to be separate parts of the whole idea. That doesn't work if you're not separate parts. And it's not just boy-girl or, whatever. It's you have separation in your interests and your values, and you come together to make a person alongside you better because you're so different. You fill in the gaps that the other person doesn't, and vice versa. This is how we build good relationships that are healthy and that feel good for us and that can carry us through a life feeling confident and proud of ourselves and proud of our other person, our spouses, our best friends, our family. Keep that going like that. Always remember to be proud of yourself and focus on yourself first, and then examine how that can connect with somebody else and how you can come together to build something better. So I'm not going to go on too long about that. I really got into the flow state talking about that there. So we're going to keep it simple. I already told you guys what we're doing in the gym. So I'm going to drink this pre-workout that I fucking forgot to drink again. I'm going to drink it now. Wait long enough for it to really kick in, and then we're going to go hit some fucking bomb-ass sets. This is going to be a good day. I'm already seeing in the future, in my third eye, I'm seeing so far in the future that this pump is going to be fucking magical, right? So, let's do this shit. good morning to y'all for the second time. Excuse the sniffling, I'm fucking, all of my faculties are fucking wrecked right now. That was the best lift I've had in a fucking long time. I went so fucking hard, felt so good. The pump was splitting. I felt like I was tearing my skin, how pumped I was. The cut is fucking going great. Starting to see so much more shape, so much more definition. The serratus is coming out here. The fucking abs are showing up. I couldn't be more happy with the lift. Got a couple of freaks in there today, and I mean serious freaks, all right? These motherfuckers are badass. As soon as I walk through the door, I hear boom, boom, fucking weights slamming, guys grunting. It's like fucking Diamond Jim in there right now. I had to say call it quits by the time my workout was done because I couldn't do it anymore. I was going so fucking hard. Those guys are fucking motivating, man. They get you going. A couple of fucking big ones too. So, I mean, that was a great lift, guys. I'm so worked up right now. I can't think of anything good to talk about or motivational to talk about. So, I'm going to put the pump jack in between these clips here, and I'm going to... Damn, you see that shit? God damn! I'm gonna put the pump checks in there, and we're gonna get driving home and try to wind down from this, because that was fucking intense. So, thank you guys for watching, and if this is a sign to go a little harder and fucking push yourself, do it, man. This dopamine rush, this fucking power in you is fucking amazing, dude. Go hard until you feel like this, and I promise you, if you're not growing, then you have some sort of genetic disorder, because there's no fucking way, all right? Oh, I gotta bring it down a notch. I'm fucking going right now. So, y'all have a great night. Thank you for watching this video. Take into account everything I said. Be yourself. Be fucking proud of yourself. Motivate yourself. You're the only one that can fucking do it. None of that would have happened in there if it wasn't for my own motivation, right? Those guys got me going, but it wouldn't have done shit if I didn't have it in me. Have that fucking dog in you, bro. Get this shit, all right? Y'all have a good night.